afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Charlotte Deleste in for the vacationing Susan Simon all week. Hello to you.
Hello to you.
Did you have a nice weekend?
Not bad. No complaints.
Yeah, me neither. Pretty quiet.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to it. Here's what's making news on this Monday. The Department of Public Instruction has released its recommendations for schools this fall as we head toward a possible second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic.
And the iconic Memorial Union Terrace has reopened to the public, but special restrictions do apply. We will tell you what they are.
And there are COVID-19 cases spikes in more than half of the states. We'll have an update from Washington. But first, let's head out to the patio. Kind of a damp day today. A little humid. Bad weather. Dana, umbrellas out.
Umbrellas out. It is just spitting enough. Initially, when I walked out here, I didn't grab the umbrella. Decided to skip back inside and grab it real quick. Here's the live look in Platteville with our Queen Bee Radio Skycam. A lot of dark clouds, and yes, very, very humid outside. The heavier rain right along Platteville right now. Some light showers through much of Dane County. Downtown Madison, only seeing some light drizzle. Probably don't need the umbrella. If you're just worried about your hair, you might want to grab the umbrella on the way out the door. Here's a live look at downtown Madison. Again, dark clouds, a little bit of drizzle coming down right now. Temps close to 70 with our dew points in the mid to upper 50s, so it feels a little soupy outside. We're going to look at a few more chances for rain for the rest of the week. But right now on the roads, thankfully, no accidents to report. Not seeing much congestion along the Beltline either. Downtown should be smooth and the interstate should be pretty smooth. So from Janesville to Beltline, about 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton and Sun Prairie to downtown. Just a quick 9-minute drive on this evening. Probably not going to need the shades for the drive home tonight. It's a little cloudy.
All right, Dane, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. For the first time today, we're getting a better look at what the state believes the school boards, the schools, that is, should look like in the fall.
They say during this COVID pandemic, flexibility will be key here. Eric Franke joins us in studio now to walk us through the state's Education Forward plan. Eric?
Well, Mark and Charlotte, the important thing to remember here is that these recommendations are just recommendations. Each school district will have to come up with its own individual plans based on their county health plans. But with that in mind, the state suggests that each district be prepared to shift between in-person, physically distant, and virtual learning. They provided 4 examples of scheduling scenarios as part of this plan. In all scenarios, they suggest trying to reduce the teacher-student ratio to 10 students to each teacher, spreading kids out across traditional classrooms, outdoor learning spaces, even community spaces to limit those large groups. And they only have kids in class 4 days a week, with that 5th day set aside for deep cleaning the schools, teacher development, and also some independent study. Now, Gabriella Becerra asked school districts how realistic these examples were and when we can expect to see their individual plans. Gabby?
Well, Eric, some of those guidelines that you mentioned would change school as we know it. That's why school districts are taking the time to thoughtfully put together a plan for next fall. Most school districts are still in that planning process and determining which of the potential models is suitable for their return. The Middleton Cross Plains Area School District will likely approve a plan by late July, but in the meantime, spokesperson Perry Hibner says they're looking into all options, including asking parents for input. He says that it's not an easy process.
We're just still trying to collect data, and I mean, we all are, and trying to come up with the best informed decision as possible. And so again, reminding, for us, we want to remind our families, take the survey. Please remember, no decisions have been made, but at the end of the day, again, the safety of not only your children, but then of our staff. That's the most important thing, I think, to all of us.
In a statement, Madison Metropolitan School District says they will look closely at DPI's guidelines to ensure their plan fits accordingly. MMSD will take a hybrid approach of in-person and virtual instruction in the fall. Like Eric said, it is only guidelines, so each district will determine what is best for them. Coming up on News 3 now at 5, we'll take a look and compare the difference between the federal and state guidelines for the school return next fall.
All right, Gabby, we'll see you then. Thank you. Wisconsin health officials say the state's percentage of positive cases is trending upward. While the percentage dipped under 4% today, it's been 12 days since the state saw a percentage lower than 2%. Since the beginning of the outbreak, more than 25,000 people have come down with the virus. According to Johns Hopkins University, the state has the 26th most cases in the country, about 1,000 less than neighboring Iowa. At least 745 people have died in Wisconsin from the virus.
While some parts of the nation are struggling with increased cases of COVID-19, 2 major cities in the U.S. relaxed restrictions today that were put in place when the pandemic hit. Tom Hansen has the story from New York.
Indoor dining is now back in the nation's capital.
Excited to be open for business. It's been 3 long months, but we have to do it safely.
It's part of Washington, D.C.'s multi-step plan to reopen. Restaurants are allowed to operate at 50% capacity, and nail salons, libraries, and gyms are open with some restrictions. New York City also took big steps today to get back on track, with up to 300,000 people returning to work.
A historic day as the nation's largest city, the nation's largest economy gets back on its feet.
Outdoor dining is allowed, barbershops are open, and so are many stores for the first time in months. And some good news for smaller New Yorkers. The city's playgrounds reopened today with new social distancing rules in place, but team sports are still not allowed in public parks. Florida remains open for business despite a steady rise of COVID-19 infections. Officials there say the average age for newly diagnosed cases is dropping.
It's probably because a lot of the young people are tired of staying inside and everybody wants to get out and live their lives, as do I. I want to get out and live my life too.
Governor Ron DeSantis says there are no plans to slow Florida's reopening or begin a mandatory mask order, but some cities like Tampa and Orlando are implementing mask orders of their own. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
The World Health Organization says more than 183,000 new coronavirus cases were recorded on Sunday, the most in a single day since this outbreak started.
This weekend marked the official start of summer, and it already feels different than other summers because of the pandemic. UW Health is offering some safety tips for people so you can still get out and enjoy the weather. Research shows it's unlikely the virus will be transmitted through pool water, but swimmers with their heads above water next to others without a mask can still transmit the virus. If you plan on traveling, monitor the location where you're traveling to, see if there's a large outbreak going on, and of course always wear a mask. Experts fear people are relaxing social distancing measures, which could lead to a spike in cases.
When I go out and about, that's kind of what I'm seeing. I think our adherence to social distancing, wearing a barrier mask in situations where it's important, indoors, close contact with people, starting to fall apart a little bit. And I think
doctors also say it remains important to try and stay more than 6 feet away from people.
It's a day a lot of people in Madison have been waiting for. The Memorial Union Terrace has reopened. The weather might rain on the parade today, though, but they will be accepting reservations later. Right now, they will only be operating at 25% capacity, and to get in, you will need to make a reservation. Those reservations will hold your spot for an hour and a half between 3 in the afternoon and 10 o'clock at night. Reservations opened at 9 in the morning. However, the terrace won't be open if it rains, and if that happens, reservations will be canceled.
President Trump is expected to continue his crackdown on immigration with an executive order and a trip to the border. But his visit to Arizona will come amidst a spike in COVID-19 cases in the state. He's also expected to sign an executive order suspending work visas through the end of the year. It would impact workers in the tech industry, large corporations, some seasonal workers, and scholars. The president will then travel to Phoenix for a rally with Students for Trump. Arizona currently has the fastest coronavirus growth rate in the United States.
Because of our extraordinary work with testing, we're able to identify cases in the community before they develop symptoms and are in a hospital.
During a campaign rally in Oklahoma this weekend, President Trump received some backlash for saying he ordered a slowdown in coronavirus testing because the increase in testing is showing an increase in cases.
NASCAR is investigating an apparent racist message against the only full-time black driver at its top level. Bubba Wallace made headlines 2 weeks ago after NASCAR heeded his call to ban the Confederate battle flag at all of its events. It came 2 days after he drove a car decorated with the Black Lives Matter slogan at Virginia's Martinsville Speedway. On Sunday, a racist threat targeted Wallace directly. In a statement, NASCAR said it was investigating after a noose was found in his team's garage stall at the Talladega Speedway, adding, "We are angry and outraged. There is no place for racism in NASCAR." Heavy rain and lightning forced NASCAR to reschedule Sunday's Talladega 500 for today, but before the weather hit, some fans brought Confederate flags outside the racetrack. Several racers have voiced their support for Wallace since NASCAR instituted the flag ban.
He's got obviously a much different perspective than any of us do. That's one that I don't have, and most NASCAR drivers don't have.
As news of the noose incident spread Sunday, a chorus of high-profile voices came to Wallace's side, including racing great Dale Earnhardt Jr., a recent NASCAR Hall of Fame inductee, who tweeted, "Hope Bubba wins it tomorrow."
Well, still to come at 4, our film critic Will Loper checks in.
He'll run down the new movies and shows now available for your streaming viewing pleasure. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer, up to $2,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call today to set up your free estimate.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick Clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
Services, save up to $2,500 on a new Lennox system. But hurry, it's a limited time offer and a beautiful thing.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Google is working to fight fake content. The tech platform says it will now highlight information from fact checkers and image search results. Users who conduct searches on Google Images will now see labels beneath pictures that have been flagged by third-party fact-checking organizations. It's an expansion of a feature that is already on Google News and Google Search. Google is using a database it helped develop with Microsoft's Bing and the Duke Reporters Lab, a journalism research outfit at Duke University. The database known as Claim Review is also heavily used by fact checkers who have partnered with Facebook. The coronavirus pandemic has taught Americans how to work from home, and many say they are happy to keep doing it forever.
But others find they're burning out from the stress and long hours. As the mother of 2 young children, Jeannie Stanford thought working from home would be a nice change. But after 2 weeks of working remotely for a Massachusetts publishing house while juggling her family's needs, she started to feel the strain. Stafford says she was burned out, a condition doctors are seeing more than ever among people working from home.
They feel a sense of hopelessness and they feel a sense of pessimism. It's almost like this idea, like, it doesn't matter. Whatever I do, no one's going to appreciate it.
In a recent survey, more than 50% said they're experiencing burnout while working from home. Health experts are concerned the condition can lead to depression. Experts recommend setting boundaries like defined work hours, also clarifying your boss's expectations, and turning off devices for a break. It was a positive day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials jumped 153 points, closing at 26,024. The NASDAQ added 110, and the S&P 500 was up 20. Well, with rain in the forecast this week, it might be a good time to find something new to watch on one of the streaming services.
But what to watch? Our film critic Will Loper is back with what's good.
This week, we've got a multitude of new shows and movies on streaming services. But first up, a new movie streaming on Amazon Prime that you're going to want to closely be monitoring your blood pressure during because it's incredibly stressful, but very good.
So guys.
The movie is 7500 and stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a co-pilot named Tobias flying from Berlin to Paris when a group of terrorists attempt to take over the plane.
Several men attacked our cockpit. We stopped them for now. The captain is injured. Status of the crew, I don't know.
If that isn't tense enough, Tobias's girlfriend is one of the flight attendants trapped aboard, and Tobias has to make a series of unbelievably difficult decisions.
Please. I can't open the door. Let her go. Please. Please, I beg. Please.
I'm sorry, but you know that under no circumstances you are allowed to let into the cockpit.
7500 is definitely worth streaming on Amazon Prime, as long as you're prepared for the, at times, heavy watch. Another movie that premiered on VOD services, also aimed for tension, but fell short, is the horror thriller You Should Have Left.
It's just the three of us. Just you and me and Ella.
Daddy, because you're old, you died before Mommy, right?
Hey, not that old.
Kevin Bacon and Amanda Seyfried stars a husband and wife who go on vacation and discover the house they're staying in seems to be playing mind tricks on them.
You chose this place, not me.
You sent me the link.
I absolutely did not. You sent it to me. Somebody wrote in my journal. Do you like it here?
No. Do you?
I hate it.
The performances are fine, and there are some mildly scary moments, but the plot is more predictable than surprising. Wait to watch until it's free on a streaming service. Speaking of streaming services, Netflix added the second season of The Politician.
We are bugging our political opponents now. I have dirt.
She went home and watched every Nancy Meyers movie, even the bad ones. It's complicated, and something's got to give.
There are no bad ones.
People really want to live in those kitchens. Hold on.
Get over yourself, Peyton. They're good movies.
On Hulu, there's the series Love, Victor.
My story is confusing. Some guys like guys. Some guys like girls. Some guys like both. I'm not even sure what I like.
A spin-off of the excellent movie Love, Simon. A teenager, Victor, adjusts to a new high school and goes on a journey of self-discovery with his sexual orientation. Finally, this past Friday, we lost a wonderful actor. Ian Holm was 88 and was known for such roles as Ash in Alien.
You do your job, and let me do mine, yes?
A lawyer who attempts to bring a lawsuit in a town racked with grief in The Sweet Hereafter. And, of course, as Bilbo Baggins in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I've thought up an ending for my book. And he lived happily ever after. To the end of his days.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper. Sending it back to you.
That's kind of sad. He's a good actor.
Very much so.
All right, there's more at 4. Musicians have a basic urge to play together. That's tough, though, during the pandemic.
It certainly is, but not impossible. We'll see what some local musicians are doing to play and teach music virtually. That's coming up after Dana's first Warn forecast.
Boston's Pizza was truly perfect right here in Wanakee.
When my husband and I decided on the Boston's brand, it was important for us to find something that made sense, that was family friendly and sports oriented, and pizza seems to be a staple. But one of the things that appealed to us about the Boston's brand as well is that there's over 80 menu items. We have over 40 televisions. We have a 155-inch video wall. Great place to come watch sports with the friends. As far as our menu's concerned, gourmet pizzas. We make our dough in-house daily. It's a 24-hour proof process, and we call it gourmet because it's all fresh ingredients. We have over 20 taps of beer, so lots of craft beer. That's big in Wisconsin as well.
And we know that COVID is still very much a concern, and that patrons are still worried about that. You guys ideally have this set up for those restrictions with the open air patio and all of the things you have put in place. Just kind of touch on that.
Yep, absolutely. It was important for us to create a space that people did feel safe to come back out into the world basically after this isolation, safer at home. And we have established all the precautions. We have everything is spaced 6 feet apart. Our staff are all wearing face masks currently. We have sanitation, good hand sanitizer stations throughout the restaurant.
And one of the coolest things is the touchless menu.
Absolutely.
I mean, what a way to not spread anything to anybody else.
Right, you simply just place your camera on it and it pops up our menu, so you can have the full menu as well as our beverages all right in front of you. So,
because you know what, we still need to eat. We still want good food. We want to be safe, but we also want some good food.
Exactly, that's right. From your locally owned and operated
Boston's Pizza.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. Cheers.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 84 months on a 2019 built Ford Tough F-150. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The Leadership Development Program is designed for people who at some point intend to become supervisors. It would open the doors for you for a lot of different types of positions where you're going to have people reporting to you. The number one reason I would say students should come to Blackhawk Tech is that they're going to get a great education from great instructors who understand, make the learning more applicable to them, a real quality education at a very reasonable cost.
Madison's not happy treating people differently because of their race.
I've learned when I've been out reporting on the front lines that everyone is impacted differently, but it's also important to take some time to not judge people and to understand where they're coming from and why they might be angry or why they might be sad.
This is our opportunity. You do see the best in some people coming out.
This time feels different. This time, I think, a real conversation may begin. Take a look at this. It's a hard pass on the carrots for this little one. Look at that face. That the 6-month-old Carson who really, really doesn't like carrots. Uh-oh. Here come the gags. Lots of gagging.
Oh, God.
We get it. You don't like carrots. You really
Aw, man.
don't like carrots. I'm sorry if you're eating.
They say it takes 13 tries.
Really?
Before a baby starts to like it. It might be 23 for this little guy.
Oh, yeah, Carson doesn't care for it. All right, it's time for Potentially Yours here on Live at 4.
Meet Ghost. He's a 4-year-old male white cat looking for his forever home. He's a bit afraid of new people, so he would love a family willing to show him the world that isn't so scary. He would also love a calm and stable home with lots of places to hide, and once he's adjusted to his family, he loves head scratches and, of course, pets.
Who doesn't? The Dane County Humane Society also wanted to mention that Festival of Foods is currently running the annual Paw Away Hunger fundraiser through June 30th. The program offers shoppers a chance to purchase $5 or $10 donations, which are passed along to the Humane Society to help feed the animals. This year, you can also give online through the Festival of Foods online shopping program. Last week, Marty was adopted.
Looks very happy.
Good for Marty. I love those eyes. That's quite a look. If you're interested in adopting or checking out other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413. Dane is here now. Marty sure had a smile on his face.
Oh, a huge smile. Very, very happy. Not very dog-friendly outside today with the rain, unfortunately. Your pup might like the water. I guess mine likes the water when she chooses it as opposed to just coming down. So those showers continuing for the evening with cloudy skies. The next few days actually will include several rounds of rain building on, and we'll look at your full forecast right after the break.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
Last week, out of the darkness, there was a beacon of light and hope for justice and a more compassionate world. And for the second time in 1 week from the United States Supreme Court, of all places. Look, we know the court's ruling that for now maintains protection for young immigrants, does not reform immigration or end discrimination and politically imposed bias. But it makes it harder to repeal the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, and that's a welcome reprieve. It's at least some measure of safety for the dreamers and an extension of time for the majority of Americans who support fairness and welcome contributions of immigrants to press Congress and the federal government to reform immigration once and for all. The upcoming election would be a good place to start. It was a little infusion of hope when we really needed one. Hope for dreamers and for our nation.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling. We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum is the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows. With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on-demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
Social distancing and family quarantines are a jarring reality for kids. It's a big adjustment, so it's important that we adults do what we can to help them navigate this new normal. Encourage your kids to ask questions and give them honest, age-appropriate answers. Show them things that they can do to regain some control. And above all, reassure them that their safety is your top priority.
Now more than ever, SSM Health and News 3 Now encourage you to take time for kids.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's been a little bit of of a cloudy, kind of dreary day. Also a little humid outside with this rain passing through. We still have showers and thunderstorms for the evening, but they are going to steadily come to an end overnight, and that'll lead us into a sunny start to Tuesday. Unfortunately, the shower chances develop yet again later on in the afternoon. Temperature-wise, it'll be fairly similar to today, a little cooler than average. The end of the week, though, our temperatures will climb right back on up. It'll be mild for the end of the week, and by the weekend and next week, it's going to be a little hot outside, actually. The heavy rainfall just starting to creep into the edge of Lafayette and Iowa counties, the southern edge of Richland County as well. We do have some showers in Dane County, but right now it doesn't look like any lightning, so we don't have any storms. It's just a lot of rain coming along in front of this cold front. You can see a pretty clear line here with the showers in front of the front, and behind that, our breeze coming from the northwest brings in some cooler air and a drop in our humidity. We'll get the showers through, and for tomorrow morning, it's not going to be nearly as humid outside. Those showers will continue to travel east overnight, wrapping up a little after midnight for most of the area. Tomorrow morning, we'll start off partly sunny, but in the afternoon, we'll have another chance for some showers to develop. Notice it's kind of speckled about, so no one place more than the other, unfortunately. It's just going to be one of those afternoons where you kind of keep an eye to the sky as those rain chances can start to bubble up later on in the day. There is a flash flood watch in effect until 7 o'clock for the eastern edge of Iowa and parts of Grant County, or all of Grant County, excuse me. That's the area where we're seeing the heaviest rain come down, and those shower chances over the last few hours have kind of stacked on up. So just a little more rain or a quick downpour could lead to flash flooding concerns. So that watch does go for just a few more hours, and things overnight will steadily dry up. Looking at our 6 to 10 day outlook, temperature-wise, it is going to be a little warm for the end of June and into early July. We're expecting much of the Midwest to see temperatures above average. Very, very likely that we will see temperatures above average. Also likely that we'll have above average precipitation. Really lines up with what we're looking at for our 10-day. Those temperatures climb and our rain chances really do stay around. Overnight, we won't drop too much into the 60s for overnight lows, or into the upper 50s, excuse me. Near 60 degrees around 7 o'clock in the morning. High temperatures will be in the mid-70s. So just a similar temperature-wise day to today, but thankfully not as humid outside. A chance for showers and thunderstorms will develop for tomorrow afternoon. And then for Wednesday, we'll have another chance for some showers to pass through. Thankfully, on Thursday, we get a break in the rain, mostly sunny skies, but the storms will return at night. It's a very short break in the showers. Friday and Saturday, high temperatures will be in the middle 80s with the chance for showers and thunderstorms. A little humid outside also, and heading into next week, highs will be in the upper 80s with partly sunny skies. More chances for showers and thunderstorm skies.
Well, it's July.
It is. It'll be July by then, so the humidity really lines up with what we expect to see for early July.
And you've got some dust in the air.
We do, yes. So, of course, everyone is kind of talking about the satellite images that NASA has put out of the dust plume that's kind of rolling off the coast of the western coast of Africa right now. The Sahara Desert kind of picks up this dust. It gets swirled around in the upper atmosphere and then gets pushed west. So
this happens every year.
This happens every year. So this isn't something that we need to get too excited about. Everyone, of course, is like, well, 2020, we're just checking off all the crazy things happen. This one doesn't make the list. There are plenty of other things. No, I've already got my clicker. We're good.
Oh.
If we can go to Max 2, though, that would be great. So we can see. I've got my clicker.
Why is Dennis over here trying to give you a clicker?
I know.
Here we go.
So here we go. I wanted to look at our water vapor loop. So what you're looking at right now, of course, you can see where Madison is in Wisconsin. The blue in the atmosphere is our water vapor. The yellow and that green color is the dry air. That lines up with, of course, where we're seeing the rain. So there's the radar overlaying that. As we take a look well off to the west, our upper atmosphere winds carry all of that dust off the coast of Africa. Right now, it's kind of centered over the Caribbean, just that bright orange that you see there kind of circled around. So it's really been carried across much of the Atlantic Ocean already, and that's going to continue to drift towards the Gulf. This is good news for the southeast coast as far as hurricane season is concerned, because that dry air just chokes the ability for hurricanes to develop and form. Our hurricanes get massive over the water. They're heat transfer systems. They grow and grow and grow because they're over that water fuel, and they aren't over land or any terrain to limit them. When the terrain gets lifted into the air like this dust dust is, that limits the opportunity to hold any more water. So it's drying out the atmosphere, and that's also going to lead to, I know a lot of people have talked about the sunsets that the southeast will be seeing. Some of that dust could drift up here, not probably going to impact our sunsets as much, but think about after a thunderstorm, how we usually have beautiful colors in the sky because of all the all the water moisture in the atmosphere. With that dust added in, it's going to add a lot more of color into the sunsets throughout the southeast and the east coast.
So there's no health threat?
Not right now for us. If anyone's super sensitive, there might be some threats developing, but for Wisconsin, we should be just fine. And again, you have to be fairly sensitive for that small amount of dust. We can see it on our radar, but it's truly in every day walking around a small amount of dust to build in. You should be fine.
I want to ask what's next, but I don't dare.
No. We're almost there, June. We're almost there.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Dana. Well, even as everyone stays distant, musicians are still looking to play together.
News 3 Now photojournalist Chris Hallbacher shares how musicians are playing and learning together virtually.
Poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, yeah.
Music Foundry is a facility that provides educational services for youth bands, adult bands. We offer hourly rehearsal studios.
Our doors have been closed for the past couple of months, but our instructors have been giving thousands of lessons online.
Well, since we're not like right next to each other, it's just a lot different.
There's a really great relationship that an instructor builds with a student.
Riley and I do drums. Riley, you realize we've been together for almost 5 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, doing the virtual lessons remotely has been a challenge.
We're not next to each other. We can't play together. We can't help each other out as easily.
Touching base with somebody, reconnect that personal bond, but then continue learning that instrument, and so that's actually worked a lot better than we would have thought.
I sometimes rely on my students to kind of give me some guidance on how to work with the virtual world, which they're just a little bit more familiar with.
Students are instead submitting recordings of themselves playing their parts to the songs. And not only will they have not rehearsed together, these students haven't even met each other.
Thinking the lessons I learned, everything that kills me makes me feel alive.
I probably wouldn't be where I was now if it wasn't for him. And now I can never give up.
Interesting.
We should try that here sometime.
Yeah, we should.
That would be interesting. You can check out more of their videos at the Madison Music Foundry YouTube page.
All right, there's more to come at 4 later on. We'll find out about a new daycare option for children of area healthcare workers.
And tonight at 5, as more businesses on State Street begin to reopen, the plywood artwork is coming down, but where is it going? We'll tell you where ahead at 5.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer, up to $2,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call today to set up your free estimate.
If you buy a 2020 Volkswagen today, you'll get 2 years or 20,000 miles of scheduled carefree maintenance, 3 years or 36,000 miles of 24/7 roadside assistance, 4 years or 50,000 miles bumper-to-bumper limited warranty. 5 years of connected services. And for 6 years, you won't have paid any interest. Down the road, they'll be grateful you bought a Volkswagen today.
Are you one of the 100 million Americans that suffer from chronic pain? Hi there, my name is Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I want you to know about an all-natural product called Cura Relief. With nutrients like boswellia and curcumin, it targets the root of your pain, inflammation. Most people feel a difference in less than 45 minutes. Stop the pain and the drugs naturally with Cura Relief. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com. The Healthy Place.
Every day, our doctors and nurses, our cooks, housekeepers, therapists, and every member of your healthcare team give the most of themselves to care for you, to care for our community. These are your champions of health.
Tonight at 5, the cost of homes in the Madison area are continuing to increase despite U.S. existing home sales plunging for the 3rd straight month. We'll tell you why tonight at 5.
Showers and isolated thunderstorms will end overnight. Tuesday and Wednesday will be less humid, but there will be a chance of afternoon thunderstorms. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, the city of Madison wants community input on how to preserve the art that's covering plywood on State Street storefronts. We'll have that story for you tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Look at the UW campus. I don't know if anybody's on the terrace. We can't quite see that, but kind of wet out there, kind of humid. Hopefully better things tomorrow.
A Florida man has received the gift of life twice from the same family.
In a rare set of kidney transplants, a husband and wife donated their organs to the same man 16 years apart. Naomi Ruckham has the story.
Jeffrey Granger and Terry Harrington have an extraordinary bond.
They're family. They're not friends, they're family.
It began 16 years ago when Terry's husband, Brian, died in a work accident. His organs were donated to 4 people, including Jeffrey, who is suffering with diabetes complications. He received Brian's pancreas and a kidney.
Just knowing that their lives are moving forward and that they're growing and that they're living life, seeing that is a healing process.
Terry and Jeffrey met a year after the transplant and remained very close. Then last year, Jeffrey's donated kidney began to fail.
I didn't want to call Terry and tell her, but I did. And I wanted her to be one of the first ones that knew. And she said, "Don't worry about it, you'll get mine." I was like, "You're crazy, girl." But I ended up with it.
The transplant was performed at University of Florida Shands Hospital. Dr. Kenneth Andriani says with more than 100,000 people waiting for a kidney in this country, living donors are critical to address the shortage.
Most situations, a person who receives a living donor kidney will have that organ last nearly twice as long as if they received the average deceased donor graft.
Terry and Jeffrey hope more people will give to others if they can.
If they're healthy and there's somebody that needs it, step up and get tested to see if you can be a living donor.
If one person gets saved out of this story right here, I think we've met some kind of goal, but the more the merrier.
They're both grateful to be able to make more memories together. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
That is quite a story.
That's beautiful.
About 1/3 of all kidney transplants performed in the U.S. are from living donors. Well, still to come at 4, most summer camps for kids have been canceled due to the pandemic.
But there is one operating in Madison exclusively for the children of healthcare workers. Learn more about Camp Tokay when Live at 4 continues.
To the beautiful Hinchley Dairy Farm and one of my favorite dairy farmers of all time, Miss Tina Hinchley. It's so good to be out here and celebrating June Dairy Month with you.
I am so thrilled to have this opportunity to share my farm with all of your viewers.
You and your husband took over the farm in 2000 from your in-laws.
Right.
Kind of take us through the journey of what has changed since that time.
We grew a little bit in bits and pieces, just a couple cows at a time. And as we got to the point where our kids were all in college, one of them decided that she wanted to come back to the farm. but she didn't want to be milking cows 9 hours a day. And we looked at technology. We're using technology as it is right now in planting and harvesting, but now we're using it by having our cows milked robotically.
I think this is so cool, and we're going to get to see that. But so the cows actually decide when they want to be milked. How nice is that?
Oh, it's amazing. And it definitely certifies the fact that cows love to be milked. When they go in 5 and 6 times a day, we have got a couple cows that are doing 18 and 19 gallons a day.
Wow.
So their bodies are saying, milk me. And they're able to go in and get milked.
So much to learn June Dairy Month, but if they can just take away one thing, it's what to look for in the grocery store. So pull out your prop.
As you go to the grocery store and you're looking for a way to help Wisconsin dairy farmers, look for this badge. This is going to tell you that this cheese is coming from our amazing cows in Wisconsin, and that's going to support the farmers out here.
Thank you for what you do. For every person out there who drinks the milk and eats the cheese, we thank you.
Oh,
it was lovely to see you.
Thank you so much for sharing this with everybody.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you heard it here. You are buzzed into Madison.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
More cars getting on the road, but thankfully no accidents to report, no congestion either. Here's a look at the Beltline at Park Street, and both east and westbound seem to be rolling along fairly smoothly. Again, no major delays downtown. Pretty good. Of course, we have spots with construction along the interstate, but to get from Janesville to the Beltline, we're still at 25 minutes, 16 minutes from Sauk City to Middleton, and Sun Prairie to downtown, about 9 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Dana, thank you. This might be my favorite story of the day. Lynn Staffieri ordered something on Amazon, but didn't know her 13-year-old son Jacob put this note in the box asking about extra delivery instructions. No, but knock on the door 3 times and scream abracadabra as loud as you can and run super fast away. Well, let's see what happened.
Abracadabra!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She nails it. The family cracked up when they saw it on their doorbell camera.
I'm going to have to try that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so going to do that now.
That is priceless.
Oh, okay. All right. Now back to reality here. So as we continue to fight a global pandemic, our local healthcare workers need a safe place for their kids to go to during the day.
Earlier today, I spoke with Sphir Goring, the Chief Administrative Officer at Epic, about a new summer camp for kids. Sphir, tell us how this all came about.
It's been a great collaboration with Unity Point Health and UW Health to find a place to help their frontline workers. This has really all started when we were facing the first surge here in the Dane County area, and they were planning for childcare for their frontline workers, and that's what this has always been about. So it started as a daycare a few months ago, and during the summer it converted into Camp Tope. So it's been a partnership that we've been working with them for a few months on now.
I mean, it seems a good match because of your work with the healthcare industry.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pretty natural fit for us. I mean, we are always doing what we can to help frontline healthcare workers, so it's pretty natural to pivot and start helping their kids, too.
How do you practice social distancing at the camp?
Well, we're not running it. So Meriter, Unity Point, and UW Health are running the entire program. They have pretty strict measures in place to really limit the amount of kids that are together at any given time. But they're running it, and they've been working very closely with the state, and I believe the county as well, to make sure that it's safe for all the kids who are there.
And what are some of the things that the kids are doing?
It's like a normal, fun summer camp. Probably the best part, the best feature, I'd say, is that there are no screens allowed, which I think a lot of parents have liked. But they're doing everything from planting to yoga to reading workshops, pretty much anything you can imagine happening at a camp. The only kind of weird part is that it's in an old office building.
On Tokay Boulevard, right by West?
On Tokay Boulevard, right by West. You're right. Exactly.
So if a healthcare worker is watching this, how can they get involved?
They can reach out to Unity Point Health, who is running the program. Rachel Weber is that person, and we can get you her contact information.
And is there a charge?
Yes, they're charging like a normal summer camp would charge here in Madison.
What a great idea this is. I mean, wait for kids to have fun activities and right in town.
Yeah, it's really been wonderful, and I give all the credit to Unity Point and UW Health because it was their idea to begin with, and they have organized and ran this entire effort. It's been really fun to be part of.
And camps are canceling all over the state because of the pandemic, so this is a rare opportunity.
That's right. I mean, they're really their max capacity. It's amazing. So things are closing everywhere, and it's important to have someplace for kids to go so we can somehow get back to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Sir, thanks for being with us today. Congratulations. It sounds like a great effort.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And you know about summer camps canceling.
Oh, let's not even discuss that. You know, I'm still trying to get my bearings on this summer of whatever that's going to be like. And then, you know, pretty soon school's going to start. So
losing track of time. It's almost July.
Yeah, I don't know. What day is it? I don't even know anymore, right?
It's Monday, I'll tell you that.
Well, thanks for that.
All right, we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Ready, roll playback. 3.
Right now is a time for action. That's why USAA is giving payment relief options to eligible members so they can pay for things like groceries before they worry about their insurance or credit card bills. Discover all the ways we're helping members today.
At Pick and Save, we always do our very best to make sure we've got you covered. Restocking our shelves with help from one of the country's biggest supply chains. And we'll continue to bring our A game to get you what you need when you need it most. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
About $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Tonight at 5, the city of Madison asking people what they think should be done with the murals that are on boarded up State Street businesses. Plus, state officials have released guidelines on reopening Wisconsin schools. We'll break down the plans and how they compare to CDC guidelines.
Road closures, slick conditions, poor visibility. Don't let traffic delays mess with your commute. Watch News 3 now for an accurate first warn traffic report so you know what to expect before you head out the door.
Scattered showers moving through southern Wisconsin right now. Here's a look at our high-resolution radar. The heaviest rainfall is at the edge of Iowa County and the northern edge of Lafayette County right now. So it's been a bit of a rainy day just outside of Dodgeville, starting to move towards Mount Horeb. Heavy showers south of Lone Rock as well. So the showers are going to continue. We've had quite a bit coming through so far today. As we look at our precipitation over the last 24 hours, the heaviest rain has been in the southwest corner. Grant County is still under a flash flood watch this evening until 7 o'clock. That includes the eastern edge of Iowa as well. As a little more rain passes through, and as you just saw, that is the area that has seen the most amount of rain so far in the last 24 hours. For tomorrow morning, we'll start off with sunshine, but shower chances will develop in the afternoon. Temperatures by the end of the week will be climbing up, but we're not out of the woods with the rain chances. Gary will have more on that during the 5.
Thank you very much, Dana. Tomorrow on Live at 4, our vegan chef shows us how to whip up a veggie meal on the grill.
And Consumer Report shows us how to save money on our electric bills. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
Services, save up to $2,500 on a new Lennox system. But hurry, it's a limited time offer and a beautiful thing.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer, up to $2,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call today to set up your free estimate.
Well, in today's final touch, grunge became gold over the weekend.
No, you're not kidding. The guitar Kurt Cobain played on Nirvana's 1993 MTV Unplugged performance was sold at auction. The 1959 Martin D-18E sold for an eye-popping $6 million. The buyer was Australian Peter Friedman, owner of Rode Microphones. The bids opened at $1 million for the sale that ended up breaking several world records. Cobain used the guitar to play tunes including About a Girl and All Apologies at the November 18th, 1993 show in New York that came less than 5 months before the singer and songwriter died at the young age of 27.
I have a feeling the guy's not going to play that.
Oh, gosh, no.
$6 million. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.